Aqua gang, what it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my Aquarius gang, my Aquarius soul family. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guys, please give us exactly what it is that we need to know for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. These messages, of course, are general, you guys, okay? Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest for whoever it's here for. Sometimes they can get a little bit personal. Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Don't force anything to fit. Okay. Cross watchers, you are also welcome here. So just place yourself where you belong in the storylines. If we could all take a moment and click that like button, guys, please. Okay. It helps the engagement, guys. All right. So engagement means this is how people will find us on this huge, big ass platform called YouTube. This is how people know that it's a vibe over here. You got to click the like button and then they'll know. Okay? If you are interested, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Okay. And become a part of the gang. I would love to have you. We would love to have you. We have a great community that we built here thus far. So please, if you want to, go ahead and click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload on the channel. Okay. Woo. It's hot and steamy in here, you guys, okay? Okay, here's the first card out, all right? Secret Admirer. That kind of took me by surprise. I don't know how long you've known this person or how long you've dealt with this person, but they played with you a little too much. A little more than you were willing to put up with, is what I will say, or is what they will say. Also, I feel like this person kind of pushed it to the line, pushed it to the limit. I do feel like you gave this person a lot of attention in the beginning. So this card is signifying like how much the like scale is, like to love scale, right? The scale was probably tipping more in the favor of you liking this person more, but now that has flipped, right? And they can definitely feel it. Again, I don't get that this is somebody who is like, oh my gosh, I'm begging you, I'm so sorry, like keep sweat on their knees, actually. But they are kind of thinking now, right? The thinking wheels are turning. You're like, girl, how can they think without our brain? I'm just saying that's what they're doing, right? You've reprioritized your life. So you're either working more, you're moving them around like a chess piece is what they feel. They feel like they've lost a certain positioning that they once had with the all work, no play. They feel like you're strictly business with them, or you're keeping things kind of platonic, or you're not as emotional, you're not really as open or as vulnerable, or they're just not getting that same attention, right? Those same emotions that they used to evoke, they're not getting that anymore, right? This is also somebody who does recognize that whatever it is that they've done does grant or garner this behavior that they are receiving from you, but they definitely are not feeling that shit. They don't like it. I also feel like with this Secret Admirer card, this is somebody who liked you more than they put on. Okay. This is somebody who does like to be in situations or situationships. If this was a relationship, they like to be in connections where the person likes them more than they like the other person, right? Because that feeds their ego, or that just allows them to feel safe. That's the only way that they feel safe, if the other person likes them more. So we have, I don't like this taste of my own medicine, with exclamation marks, right? Exclamation marks all over the place. I feel like this person is screaming inside, because they went just a little too far. I feel like there was a situation where it was like the straw that broke the camel's back, and you started changing, or you started switching shit up, or you just completely switched how you saw them, right? Whoa, some of you canceled that ass. So this person is kind of in their head a lot, thinking that, okay, even if you're done now, you're not done, right? Like I can fix this. If you will allow them, they will want to fix this, you guys. Okay, for sure. This person is also surprised at how much they like you with Secret Admirer. I feel like their pride and their ego is not allowing them to come forth and just say, hey, I'm sorry I did you like that, or I'm sorry that I handled you that way. I still want to work on this. I want to be more serious now, right? I'm willing to come forth with the effort now, instead of trying to play or manipulate, or try to cosplay as this player or playette, or somebody who gets a lot of attention. They don't. They may try to put on as if they do. I do get that this is like this person may have gone through a tougher time in their younger years, their teenage years. So maybe they weren't the guy or the girl that had like a lot of crushes. They may have had crushes on people, but they didn't have a lot of people who had crushes on them. And this could be why they act this way, right? This is why they want to build relationships where the other person likes them more, because then they never feel in danger of rejection or abandonment or losing out, or just that feeling of, okay, wow, somebody really likes me, right? Look at that. So they don't know their worth that's the theme of this reading. New moon in Taurus. And that does become a lot of work when you're dealing with somebody who is insecure or who doesn't know their own worth. Then they try to play these little mind games or mental games, right? It's a mental chess play is what I'm hearing. But you started moving them around and checkmating all over that ass. So they're now they're rethinking their strategy. But it definitely is at the core of this reading that this person didn't exactly know their own worth. So then they project that onto other people, or that's the way that they show up in connections. We have new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. So you didn't really need these answers from this person. Okay, you have a way of being able to really listen to your intuition and get the answers necessary for you to move accordingly in your own life, or decide who stays, who goes. Is definitely very much CEO positioning when it comes to your life. Can I just say that this person does view you as like, oh shit, like, okay. This person is more top dog than what I expected, stronger than I expected mentally. It's a mental game to this person. So it's like a double-edged, okay, wait, no, it's like a catch-22, because they both like that, right? It's turning them on. It's attracting them to you more because you know your worth and you're acting accordingly. But it's also showing up as an attack on their own mental health, right? On their own self-worth, because you haven't played into their antics. I don't like this taste of my own medicine. So this person does feel like you're treating them how they treat people. Or how they are normally treated in connections is how they feel you have placed yourself in position to be treated that way instead of them. But I don't feel like you did that purposefully, okay? Are you still romantically attracted to them is what they want to know. Wish you still saw me the same. Yeah, remembering the lessons, right? So this could just be another ride around the rodeo for you. This could be a new person, but you've learned these lessons already, which is why you've been able to set yourself up to win in this situation, even though you didn't know that you were playing a game, is what I'm hearing. Okay, give us additionally what we need to know. Thank you so much. See, we have open up. So you've closed shop. They really like you, you guys. This person is wishing that they would have just opened up more, kind of learned who you were before just treating you like everybody else, because now it has them in this position of definitely being canceled, right? That's the card that came out, cancellation. Once you cancel, how do you come back from that, right? When shows get canceled and they try to have those reboots, they're not really as successful as the first run now, are they? So we have sooner than you think. So there is some form of a confession that's coming here, you guys, okay? This person will open up to you about the lessons that they are learning via you. They're also going to tell you how much they like you, how much they are feeling this situation. They are also going to express their dislike for the way that you're treating them now, or how they have been handled more recently. Not that you're going to care, but they are going to... they're going to express that to you, okay? And it's coming sooner than you think. Whether you've already disengaged from this person or not, for some of you are still talking to this person, even if on a smaller level or a smaller scale. They're wanting to move things along. This person is viewing you more long-term than they were in the past. Your behavior has set you aside, has set you apart from anybody else that they would have been dealing with outside of you. We have, be careful with me, my emotions can dissolve. See? And they weren't now, were they? They weren't careful enough. They really played themselves. This emotion tastes like poison to this person, right? This medicine tastes like poison to them, is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see here. So they are going to work for you to see them differently, right, than what you see them as now. Look at that chess piece right in the middle. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So you've slowed things down almost to a complete halt, which has opened this person's eyes to view you as somebody who they do see themselves being joyful with, happy with, prosperous with. Okay, Queen of Wands is crossing both of these, right? So Queen of Wands is about confidence. It is about self-assurance. It's about self-worth. It's about having that je ne sais quoi, being sure of yourself, evoking abundance just because you know who you are, right? Being a light and having things that you want attracted to you, right? What you want is also attracted to you. It's effortless. It's sort of like an effortless attraction or law of attraction being on your side. So this person may feel like they once had that prior to you, and now there's this sense of feeling in danger, right? Because now they do have to come in and actually speak and talk like they have some sense. No, you're not going to hop on a hamster wheel and get back on board with what was going on before. They have to actually work. They're viewing it as all work and no play. So you may put this person on some kind of probationary period, right? Where, okay, we could just be friends. We're only friends right now. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to work in order to get into my good graces again, right? There's a practicality about, okay, I hear what you're saying. I hear you saying that you've learned certain lessons, right? And that possibly certain traumas from your past may have affected the way that you treated me. That's perfectly fine. But what we're not going to do is just act like we didn't see what just happened, right? Because we're not stupid. So yeah, the sun here does clarify everything. Everything is illuminated. This person wants to open up even more. I'm not saying that you will feel sorry for them. I'm not saying that, but there's some kind of eye-opening confession about how they handle things. And I do feel a genuineness in it. I have to be very honest about that. Okay, look at that. 6 of Swords, right? So really wanting to signify to you what they're clear about, right? That they want harmony in this, and really coming towards you, stating that they're willing to do the work rather than just expecting you to go another cycle without thinking twice. That's not how they're approaching you. I do feel like this is something that has really changed this person over time, or it will. They're still actively working on knowing their worth outside of making other people dim their lights with the Queen of Wands crossing. That's what that could signify, right? Queen of Wands in the reverse is like not assured of yourself, not feeling sure of yourself, being not as confident, right? Second guessing yourself, or possibly being in a position where you compare yourself to other people and what they've accomplished or what they have or who likes them and who doesn't, right? So this person is working their way out of that energy. 6 of Swords does suggest that they are coming towards you with an olive branch, extending some form of an olive branch. We have the Fool card, right? But I do also see this sentiment of just keeping things at a friendship level, right? Waiting, look at that, with the Ace of Wands, to see the truth before diving head first into things, right? Make them explain themselves, make them prove it. There's potential here, but they still have to prove it, right? There's an opportunity to really see where things can go if you're interested. We will look at new love in the extended, but this is somebody who definitely sees you as someone who is a friend to them. They also see you as somebody who, if you changed how you were handling this person, you didn't do it in a mean way, right? You weren't as brutal as you could have been emotionally on this person. You kept it a buck, you kept it real, but you also kept it moving. And this is also why they view you as someone who is extremely valuable, because you know yourself so much to the point where you can remove yourself from toxic situations or situations that are no longer serving you, or situations that are trying to dim you, bring you down, without bringing the other person down. You could just focus on yourself. That is a power. That is a skill set, is what they're saying, right? Freeing yourself from certain situations and being able to be prosperous in doing that. So there's also this sentiment of not only an apology, but also acknowledging the ways in which you preserved their mental health and you didn't have to. Damn. Okay. It may have taken you a long time for some of you to really allow this person in and start liking, or, you know, not start liking them, but allowing them to actually date you and talk to you, right? Opening up. It took you a long time only for them to fumble like this. So you may be very, very hesitant to open this back up, right? It might be a wound for some of you. It may feel like a wound. Look at that, the Five of Wands, right? This might be something that you view as disruptive to your mental space. Chaos and drama. You may also view this person as a very chaotic energy. Somebody who does not know themselves can definitely wreak havoc, right? It projects onto other people. For some of you, don't like how this person made you feel when you were involved with them, and you possibly are not willing to forgive them for that. For others of you, they are willing to work to fix this. They want to work to fix this. They've had some major introspection about who you are and what you meant to them, even if just a friendship, right? I do get that this person recognizes that maybe they have burnt this bridge to a point of no return, but they're still going to try. Wow. So we have the Nine of Cups along with the Hermit, right? So this person has definitely been alone. They haven't been dating anyone. They haven't been seeing anyone else. They do see your actions, this swift change. The Knight of Swords is how they are viewing you. You made a quick decision, right? It was unstoppable. It definitely led to a difficult ending in their mind, an ending that they didn't see coming, right? Because they felt like this would endure. It has always been that way in connections from their past. I feel like this person has never gone through a breakup before. So even if the two of you weren't exclusive, this person may have never really had an official girlfriend or an official boyfriend before you. So you would have been there first. And if the two of you weren't involved, then they have never had that. So they never gone through like a breakup. But even though, however you decided to walk away from this, it did not damage them, right? It wasn't like a betrayal. It wasn't like a stab in the back or a slap in the face. Just the notion of it happening, just the thought of it happening, of it actually ending this way is feeling like a very open wound, right? It's feeling like a bloody wound, right? It's feeling like a karmic wound. That is one that is very hard to come back from. It's hard to combat. You have to kind of just go through it, feel through it. So there is some trauma that this person has experienced by not being able to either speak with you or by you closing things off, closing off the access. We have the Justice card, right? This is their habits. And we also have the Page of Cups, right? So this person is never... So here's the thing, right? The habits that have affected this is the fact that this person never really has had to show up and be held accountable for this lackluster effort or for their antics, right? People don't really catch on to what they're doing, but you did. Quick. With the Knight of Swords, fast. It definitely feels like a fated sort of situation, like it had to happen this way. And it is bringing a karmic justice to this person's behavior, to their life. Okay? They can't just unsee it. Unsee what has walked away from them, or what has, what truth you may have spoken to them. They can't just unhear it or unsee it. This is like a totally new beginning. Look at that. Like a transformation for sure, you guys. All over this shit. Does that mean that you have to go back with this person? Absolutely not. But all the cards suggest that they've gone through a series of emotions, right? It definitely feels like a grieving process over time. And now they are coming in with this sort of confession, extending an olive branch of friendship, right? Possibly wanting to take you out, show you a good time, and just hope that you will see that they have changed, right? That this is a new start. that they don't want to just pick up where the two of you left off. And they also want to express these feelings, these emotions, right? I don't get that they're going to come in love bombing you or doing things too over the top, because they have this thought in their mind that that will scare you off, right? They want to stay on the path of practicality, being practical, right? Showing that they have endurance. And whatever obstacles you will set forth for them is what they are willing to do. This person has definitely done a total 180, you guys, okay? In reference to who you would have known them before, they released a lot of their own theories, a lot of their own notions. We have that Five of Pentacles that popped out, crossing, right? So not only did this take a toll on the self-worth that they had convinced themselves that they built up, but it was false. It was an illusion. You popped that bubble. They've actually done some work, you guys, with the Death card here to build up their own self-esteem, right? A house of self-esteem, but not made out of sand, right? So they're not so easily offended. They're not so easily bruised. That ego is not so easily hurt. Okay. So tell me about the core of this person. What are we dealing with here? This Strength card. This could be a Leo for some of you. We have the Sun and the Strength here. This took a lot of discipline, you guys. This is at the core of who they are now, right? There was a lot of resistance in the past to changing some of these habits that they had attained, that they had acquired. And it created this severe disimbalance in their psyche, in their emotions, in their habits, in the ways in which they dealt with people and deal with people. And it's come to a head. Right? So it's gone from resistance to resilience to self-discipline, right? Lots of fortitude. The Strength is about confidence. It is one of the most confident cards in the entire deck, right? But this is a confidence or a self-esteem that this person was able to build outside of other people. They're no longer looking for that validation outside of themselves by dimming other people's lights, by manipulating people, by trying to make other people feel bad, by trying to make other people feel like what they did wasn't as much as it really was, right? They're being very truthful with themselves in reference to how they came to that. How did they get this way, right? How did this happen? Lots of truthful conversations with themselves, possibly some therapy as well. Of course, your boundaries are going to dictate how you approach this or how you handle this, how you deal with this, if you do decide to at all. Would I say that it's worth looking at? Yeah, guys, I would, okay? And it's not even that the two of you will end up together, although it does look like a beautiful chance to be able to do that if that's what you want. I feel like them being able to come in and express this, apologize, show you why it happened this way, why it had to go down this way, especially because it does feel like you had to come to this ending at your own merit, with your own thoughts, with your own mind. You didn't have the closure that would be necessary for the Star card kind of healing. So your healing is has already happened, or it will, right? Tarot is fluid. But there's something that's still tied to this, whatever this person needs to say to you, that is only going to propel you towards some form of a wish fulfillment, right? A new cycle and abundance, fulfillment, right? Emotional fulfillment, being able to see yourself, see your power, see your strength from a different perspective. Overcoming obstacles. Yeah, so the Seven of Wands does signify still standing your ground on things though, right? Not bending, of course not, but you are going to be able to hear them out if you want to. And I feel like the truth that this person will bring to the table is leveling you up. So I definitely feel like you're both on the same level at this juncture, whereas in the past, they potentially were not on your level, but you were willing to overlook some things that were foundational imbalances, right? So this is also why that faded feeling feels like it had to crumble in order for this person to level up and be who they are now. So the potential is beautiful. However, It's still your choice. It's still free will at play here. King of Swords does signify head over heart energy. That's why I said, even though they have all of these feelings for you with the Knight of Cups here, even though they kind of want to woo you, right? Kiss you, hold your hand, hug you, take you out. These lights are flickering like crazy, which is confirmation, guys. Okay. They want to come in with a love offer, but they're going to instead come in with an offer of friendship, an offer of conversation, an offer of a conversation, right? Being open enough because they are now emotionally, mentally, right? Physically mature enough to sit in a space to actually hear what somebody has to say about them and take it in, take heed to it, right? And not feel any kind of way if you decide to go your separate ways, right? To have the conversation, wish them well, right? Namaste, but stay the fuck away type of energy. There's no rebellion in that. There's no rebuttal even, right? This person is absolutely certain that every way that you have treated them is what they have deserved, right? Because of who they presented themselves as. So they don't have any choice, right? And they're not going to try to combat that. With the Empress here, I do feel like I said, the two of you are now aligned on the same level, or you will be when they show back up. And this conversation is taking you to that next level. There's closure for you, as well as them giving this apology, giving this confession, being real with themselves and with other people who they have wreaked havoc over, right? Who they have affected in the past. Being able to tell those people why their behavior was as such is allowing the two of you to level up to the next level. So you would be in pre-Empress, pre-Emperor energy, both of you. Upon this conversation is when we go to the next level, right? And that's where you will see an immense amount of growth in multiple areas of your life. This clarity is going to allow you to see your steps forward, especially if you felt blocked in certain areas in your life. This is like the stepping stone towards that. This is a leveling up, and there's a great potential for the two of you to have something together if you want, right? So let's hop over to the extended. We will have new love over there, but let's tie this up with a cute little bow. Okay, let's see what this person's purest feelings are that they would never tell you. What are their purest feelings in reference to this connection? This will let us know how solid this transformation is. Let's see what their regrets are specifically. That's also going to give us an eye into what exactly the perspective that they are viewing things from. And then if it aligns with what you feel they've actually done, because that's important. You need to kind of know what the fuck you did wrong in order to correct it. So if you think that you did something different, then yeah, well, that's like doing the same thing over and over and over. How can you fix something that you don't even recognize where the error was made? So that's going to be important. Let's also see what karmic debt this person has paid, right? What did their karma look like? And what does the additional karma that they may still have look like? Are they still in karmic debt? That's for those of you who do see yourselves at least building a friendship with this person. Engaging with someone who is experiencing any forms of low vibrational energy can possibly affect you if you are in close proximity. So we'll look into that. Let's see what changes they have made in regards to that transformation. What exactly have they tapped into? We do know that a lot of their behavior has to do with their self-esteem. So I definitely want to see what that's looking like now, just to ensure that we are going into a totally different and new energy. Let's see what their next steps are going to be, as well as the potential outcome. Okay, so that you can fully be prepared. We'll look at both potential outcomes, whether you decide to deal with this person or go in the opposite direction. I also want to know what blockages, right, for yourself may still have you in a position of not properly seeing red flags soon enough. Okay, I just feel that need intuitively to look into that. Let's also see what spirit suggestion is on how to remove those with the quickness, right? ASAP, like automatically, like immediately. Do you understand what immediately means? Okay, let's also look at the new love that's approaching. Okay, what beautiful new energies? Only the good, only the new. How will they approach you, right? What will be the attraction between the two of you, both in and out of the bedroom? Why are they single? Okay, any warnings or deal breakers that you need to be aware of? Okay, and then let's see what the potential is for union. I'll also look at some time frames for all of the energies popping out for us. So without further ado, please click that like button as well as the subscribe button. Okay, I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box, and I'm going to see you guys over there. Let's go.